Hey friends, after all, it took 130 likes and 40 comments for the first Behringer hater to crawl out from under his rock. So that's not so disturbing at all. At this point, thanks for all those comments and likes. The response to the last video was just incredible. But now for the 6 reasons why the Behringer TD-3-MO is a great little synthesizer. And some of you might already know our Wine and Synth score. So let's start with number 1, the sound. I especially like the TD-3-MO because of its sound. A regular TD-3 or 303 is pretty much a one-trick pony. That's why I preferred the combination of SH-101 and MC-202 for my studio in the 90s. These were much more flexible in terms of sound production than a 303. And that's exactly what I'm reminded of by some of the mods that elevate the MO right above the conventional 303 acid stereotype. The first special feature is a sub-oscillator. This was also available in both devices mentioned above. In the MO, this can be added in 3 steps at the push of a button. The regular TD-3 is by no means punchless in the bass range, but what happens with activation of the sub-oscillator is sheer wall shaking. Sehr gut. In addition, there's the double decay, the filter FM, as well as the overdrive, which finally makes sense in the MO. For this, I get 18 out of 20 points. Second, ease of use and creativity. The 303 is one of the simplest synthesizers there is. Every knob changes the sound and you get quickly to new results. The internal sequencer was not everyone's cup of tea, even with the 303. But it's well done here and leaves a lot of room for creative chance, just like in the original. That gives me 17 points. Third, DAW Compatibility and MIDI. USB MIDI works, DMIDI2 sync works as well, and you can record the internal sequences as a MIDI track without any problems. Noise is not an issue, and glitches don't happen with USB MIDI either. With SynTool you also get a handy little app that lets you do all the necessary settings that the original didn't have. MIDI, polychain mode, on-screen pattern editing. It simply does everything it should. Sure, more is always possible, but for this I give 18 out of 20 points. Because you can record so wonderfully stress-free in Ableton Live. Fourth, quality and processing. As I mentioned in the last video, Behringer clones the outside appearance of the workmanship quality of the originals right along with it. Inside, however, everything is working flawlessly so far. Our other TDs are also all still in order. From their somewhat below average 14 points. But not because it's Behringer. If you like this video, leave us a fat filter sweep by hitting the like button. Fifth, price-fun ratio. The box doesn't cost any 200 euros and won't certainly get any more expensive. You can't even get a decent bass guitar for that. With the TD-3-MO and Ableton Live or another DAW of your choice, you can start producing techno tunes with classic sounds without any problems. At most, the fun can be increased by adding an RD9 or an RD8. Therefore, I give here for the first time 20 points. This is outstanding. 6. Cult factor and classic potential. Since it is a new device, I speak here rather of the potential to become a classic. Well, since there aren't that many of them out yet, it's difficult to predict, but the TD is a lot of fun, affordable for many, and will certainly take place in many home studios. For me, the translucent, flashing bottom is already super cool. From there, I give a cautiously estimated 16. All in all, that makes 17.16 points for the Behringer TD-3-MO. A result that is really respectable for such a small synth, and I think I'll keep it. And as I promised, you can win this red TD3, which we raffle among our first 1000 subscribers. So hurry up, relax, subscribe to our channel, and maybe you'll be lucky. See you. Peace.